Hi friends, in this video I'm going to show you how you can create a horizontal or landscape planner like you see here. In this video I'll show you how you can create this weekly planner or weekly overview. It has a full pattern in the background and it also has equal spacings to the sides, and I will also show you how you can create widgets and a layout that looks like this. Before we get started, I also wanted to show you that this exact planner is also available on the hub page or on the front page of Planify Pro. So if you go to the hub page, you will see this exact planner right here. So if you don't have any time to recreate this planner, feel free to just open this one up and you can further customize it, such as changing colors or fonts, and then you can also add it to your shop or sell it as is commercially. But if you want to follow the steps and recreate it from scratch, then keep on watching and I'll show you how you can quickly create an easy planner like this one right here. So let's first click to create a new planner, and then next let's open the sizing menu. Up here click on size and then type in landscape to filter out all sizes available for the landscape. So here you see it's available in A5 landscape, A3, A4, A6 personal, half letter page and US letter page size. If you are creating one for US letter, select this one right here, or else A4 or A5. I'll be selecting A5 for this video. Then the next step would be to select a layout. So here under Layout, Planner, go to Adjust Layout, and here is where you can further customize and create a custom layout by adding boxes. Let's first check out the planner. Okay, so here I've dissected the planner for you. So you see that in total there are 1, 2, and 3 columns. So let's add 1, 2, and 3 columns. I added a column by clicking on Add Right Column up here, like this, and then click on the white box, click on Add, and now we have 3 columns. Next, we will have to have 2 rows, so 1 and then 2 below. 1, and then let me just quickly add boxes to each field. Now we have 6 boxes in total. Let me quickly remove the green lines so we can have a better look at the boxes. You see that on top there will be 2, and then on the right side it will take over 2 rows. So let's quickly go back. We have 2 on the top left, and for that last box it will take over the entire column right here. So we will need to remove box F and then extend C down by clicking on this arrow that is directing down, and now you've extended the box. Then here there also is a full box, which means that we will need to remove the E box and then extend the D box like this. So now the amount of boxes are correct. However, we will need to reduce the upper row to be smaller than the rest. So you can click on this number right here, 1 fraction, and then you can make it smaller, maybe set it to 0.2. And then for the right to-do list, this one also needs to be smaller. So let's select this one right here, the last fraction. Make it a tiny bit smaller, maybe set it to around 0.7. And then you see that this box in the middle right here is also almost as wide as the to-do list. So click on the middle fraction and then set it to around 0.7 as well. If you want, you can also make the first column a tiny bit bigger, like this. And what I have right now is the first column 1.2 fractions, 0.7 and then 0.7, and the height of the row is 0.2, and then below it's 1 fraction. And you should have something that looks like this. Now next let's check out about the margins on the sides, or the spacing from the edge of the template paper to the widgets. You can go to Layout, Planner, and then you can go to Choose Layout. And right here below you will have the menu to further adjust the layout. There is a top padding, bottom padding, outer and inner spacing, which is the measurement from the widgets to the sides. So by adjusting the top pattern, you are adjusting this spacing up here. This spacing right here would be the outer padding, and then the spacing here in the middle would be the inner padding, and then below there is the bottom padding. So you want to set the outer and inner padding to, I would say, around 0.449. Then copy this measurement and then also paste it for the bottom padding, like this. Also for the inner padding, like this. And I think this looks fine. If you want, you can also make the bottom padding a tiny bit bigger. And you should have something that looks like this right now. Once you have this padding added, we can now go to Pattern, Background, Custom Selected, and then also number 1. And you want to select the third pattern right here. It's called Basic Sketch Modern 12_2. If you don't see this pattern here in the selection, you can also go to Filter Pattern, and then you can type in Basic, and it should show up right here, up here. It's called Basic, and then either it's one of these 3 patterns right here. Then to fully show the pattern, click on Full, like this, and then you can go to Color, and you see that the outline color is where the print is, the animal print, and then the header color is the background. So to change the animal print to black, like here, you would go to Outline and then change the color to black. And then for the pink background, it's the color code #F3E4E4, or you can select any other color you like. So now that we have the pattern selected, we can start adding widgets. So let's check out here. The to-do list is the easiest one. Let's start with the to-do list. So select the right column, go to To-Do, add a list, and then you want to scroll down. Under header, you want to change the text to To-Do, like this. Then maybe also increase the amount of rows. I'll have it set to 15. And then you can also change the icon to something else. I'll have it set to the rectangles, like this. And before we continue, let's first select the correct styling and also the correct font. So go to Text, then H2, then go to the regular fonts, and then here I've selected this font right here. It's this one right here, but you can also select any other font you like. And for this planner, I've increased the font size to around 19. So it's a bigger font for this type of planner. But you're free to also make the font smaller or bigger, depending on what you prefer. And then next, let's also change the color of the font. So you see in the original it's like this golden yellow brownish color. So let's click on the color dot right here and then select maybe a yellowish color that's a bit deeper in color, maybe almost orange brown like this. And then what we also need to do is also change the styling of the widget, because you see that this widget has no outline, it's just a simple white box. And how I've achieved this look is by going to styling and then clicking on bold and then selecting the first style here called bold, like this. And this will add a very thick outline which you further can customize and change. So by reselecting the widgets, you can pull up the menu, the settings, and here the first menu is called color, and here is where you can further customize the colors of this specific widget. Because we already set the colors for the patterns up here, all the widgets automatically take over the color which are given up here. But we don't want to take over the colors for the widgets. We don't want to have the outlines of the widgets in black, and that's why we would further customize and set individual colors in the settings for each specific widget. So outlines, set it to white like this. Looks much better now. If you liked the pink header, you can leave it pink as it is, or you can also set the header to white as well. And that is how it will look like. And then if you also want to have pink lines, you can also further change the line color to pink. So let's select the pink color from the background and maybe make it a tiny bit darker, like this. If you want the exact color code, it's hashtag E2B4B1. So maybe let me copy this one and insert it into this planner. Okay, so this is the exact color code if you want the same kind of pink. And then I've also made the icons a tiny bit bigger, maybe like this, and I've also selected the light pink color for the icons. And this is how it should look like. Once you have this widget set, we can move on to the next widget. So the next widget would be the weekly planner, this one right here. And you can add a widget like this by going to first select the box and then go to weekly. No, sorry, actually it's notes. Go to notes, and there is a new widget called multi-notes. So you can click on it and it will add you a widget where you have multiple columns. And you can also further add columns to this widget. So when you scroll down to the column menu, you see that when you click on add column, you can add additional columns. And what you can do as well is you can choose if you want the columns to be, for the first one for example, to be blank or a grid or rows or blank. For this widget, we want all the columns to be blank. So in total, add 7 columns, 4, 5, 6, and then set each column to be blank. Like this. And then you also want to rename the columns. The first one, let's rename it to Monday, next Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, then Friday, Saturday. Let me add a 7th column, and Sunday. This one set to blank as well. Sunday. And like you did with the to-do list, also here we will individually adjust the color. The outline will be white, and then the header color will be white as well, and the pink and the line colors will be pink. So we can go back to the to-do list and copy the line color, go back to the weekly widget, and then paste it into the line color field to have pink lines. So this is how the planner looks like. And I just realized that I actually also added or made the header much bigger. So to make the headers here a bit bigger, what you can do is go to layout, back to layout menu, go to header height, and here you can make the header height as big or as tall as you want. So let's set it to around 0.4 inches, and this is how it should look like on your end. This is the original, and this one's the planner we are working on. So now let's add the last 2 white boxes up here. Select the first field, the first box, then go to Note and add in a blank widget, and add in the same blank widget to the box next to it. So in the first one, you want to scroll down to header, and then you want to type in plan for the week or plan of the week, plans for the week, or you can type in any other text. And then for the right side, you don't want the text to be added as a header. You actually want the text to be a bit smaller and more moved to the top. So for this widget, we would remove the header. So have this second widget selected, remove the header, then click within the widget again to pull up the text editor. And then here you want to type in week of, like this. And you want to move it to the center and then to the top. And most likely on your end, the text menu might not be selected yet. If you don't have this font and this color showing, you can go to H3 and then reselect the same font, and then also set the font size to 14, and then the color, set it to the same color as the H2. Like this. Then you also want to make sure that the week of text is aligned in the middle and then to the top. And if it's too much aligned to the top, you can also adjust the padding right here, padding from the top, or the line height to move the text up or down. And then next, let's also change the colors of the widgets to the white outline. And then here as well. And this is how the planner should look like. If you want, you can also increase the spacing of the letters. So under H2, you can increase the spacing. You can have it set to 0, or if you prefer the spacing, you can also set it to 4 or 5, as well as for the H3 font. Like this. And this is how the finished planner should look like. And then you can click on copy from left to right to have 2 identical pages in one PDF file. From here on, if you want to resize it into a different size, let's say US letter size, you would select the US letter size for landscape, And what it probably will do is it will reset you the margins on the sides, the padding. So here you would go back to layout and then you would increase the top padding to, we had it set to around 0.4. You can also set it 0.5 or 5.6, and then you would insert the same measurement to the bottom padding, the outer padding, and then also the inner padding like this. And that is all you actually need to do when resizing. And same goes for A4. When you resize it into A4, it will reset you the margins, the gaps to the side. So let me show you A4 landscape. So then again, what you would do is go to layout, planner, and then you would reset the top padding to 0.5. 0.5 to all sides like this. So this was how to create a landscape planner. Feel free to sell this planner in your shop as is, or feel free to further customize it, make it your own. If you are on a business plan and if you are a seller, you can sell all templates available on Planify Pro. You don't need to customize them. You can also sell them as is, and you can sell all templates available which are here on our hub page or on the explore page, which have been created by Planify Pro. If you have any questions, feel free to always message me on Instagram or Facebook, and I will try to respond to your questions as quickly as I can. Bye!